Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of The Den, the show where I go on and on about the things that are on my mind. I'm your host, AccursedTigress, and let's get right into it, shall we? I know what you're gonna say. Accursed, you sound tired. I am tired. I had to get up early this morning. And then I promptly had some anxiety troubles. But I'm on the mend. I am recovering. I still feel like a pile of hot garbo, but hey, at least I'm recovering. So, I guess I should kind of talk about stuff. Just for point of reference, um, this video might be incredibly short. Like, it's probably going to be like a short thing. Um, but I'm actually going to be talking about something that I kind of briefly touched upon before E3, and that is the FF7 remake. Nomura is finally going all in. He's going all in with this game. Production has officially ramped up to an acceptable degree. Um, I'm currently sitting here as I'm talking to you guys via this recording. I'm currently looking at Silicon Era because they do have an article up right now. Um, and if the title of this is to be believed, we're going to be getting a fuck ton of information about not only the characters involved with Avalanche, but other characters as well. So we might see a little bit of Crisis Core thrown in, or Dirge Cerberus Lost Chapters thrown in, or Before Crisis thrown in. Please throw in Crisis Core and Before Crisis, because those games, both those games hold some valuable information to the canon that us gamers in North America didn't get. So, Square, please, just please, please, please put in some content from Before Crisis. For those of you who don't know, Before Crisis was a Japan-only mobile game. So, because of that weird little niche market there of mobile gaming, this was before. I think this was before we ever got mobile gaming here in the U.S. So because of that, because of that, and because of, I think honestly, a perceived lack of interest, we never got that game. So again, Nomura, please put in some Before Crisis stuff. Please put in some Crisis Core stuff, because that's key. Those two games are key to the 7 canon. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Square, don't put in Genesis Rhapsodus, please. Leave Genesis out of this. Genesis made Crisis Core, for me, Genesis made Crisis Core almost unbearable. Like, every time he showed up and he quoted Loveless, I just wanted to put down the game. I'm just like, no, no, fuck this guy. He's a pretentious shithead. And for all intents and purposes, yeah, he is a shithead. But anyway, um, ooh, I'm looking through the Silicon Era article still, and there's one bullet point. The first bullet point instantly got my attention, and that says, and I quote, Square Enix is currently planning when to release the next news for Final Fantasy VII Remake, which means it could be any day. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. It could be at TGS or PlayStation Experience. It could be anywhere at any time. But of course, that's just me being optimistic. I'm not entirely sure when exactly they're going to do it, but they're planning on it. Second bullet point. Its direction was decided before switching to internal development, and its production progress is going favorably. Like I said earlier, the development progress is going along at an acceptable level. It's escalated to that acceptable point where you're like, okay, this development is really getting on it. Like the development team's really getting on it. They're just snap, let's go. Second bullet point: the scenario will keep the original version's atmosphere intact. Uh, there and go into greater depth for its characters, starting with the members of Avalanche. So everything is going to start out like the original started out. We're going to have the same atmosphere. We're going to have Cloud being an adorable, dorky idiot. And I love that. I love that. And we're going to be getting information on the members of Avalanche. Tifa, Barrett, Cloud, Biggs, Wedge, Jesse, until they die. Spoiler alert. Red 13, aka Nanaki, Vincent, Yuffie, and Ketchi. Although, for those of you who have played FF7, Ketchi is not really worth exploring. Ketchi as a character isn't really worth exploring because, as you know, he's just a robot that was created by Reeves, so there's really not much to go off of there. But anyway, Tetsuya Nomura recently talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake in an earlier interview where he reassured that the game is past the early concept stages, which means they're currently working on renderings and animations and different locations in the game. And I am ready. Like, again, like I said during my E3 predictions videos, I'm Reggie Fils-Aimé. My body is ready. So, and God, what was I gonna say? So yeah, this has definitely and then my brain farted again. Beautiful brain, come on. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. Fuck. God, let's see. So, I guess I could talk about this. It took Niantic like 3 years to put trading in Pokemon Go. It was a promised feature. Like it was like a day one feature. It was like, yeah, hey, you can trade Pokemon with your friends, you can battle your friends. But we never got that on launch day. All we got were broken servers and broken gameplay and broken everything. And they've slowly tuned it up over the past 3 years, but I personally think it's too little too late. Pokemon Go, I firmly believe, is dead or is on its deathbed, whereas something like Ingress, something that Niantic did right, aka Ingress, is still thriving. And that just kind of goes to show Niantic doesn't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to Pokemon. I don't know why Nintendo decided to go, hey, you, yes, you, come make our game. Even though they actually do have a record of incompetence and lack of transparency and lack of communication. God, this is a timely tangent, isn't it? 3 years too late. But anyway, God, Jurassic World Evolution not Jurassic World Evolution. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom comes out tomorrow. I'm ready for it. Bring it on. I want to see it. I really do. It's like okay, the first movie was pretty great, a little corny, but a little, but for the most part, great. But like, okay, in the first Jurassic World, they took a lot of cues from the first Jurassic Park movie, and judging by what I've seen from the trailers, it seems like they're taking a lot of cues from The Lost World, which is the sequel. And for those of you who don't know, I don't like The Lost World. I do not like that movie. It's too long, it's too sluggish, it's too preachy. I don't like it. I also don't like the second movie, but that's just a whole nother realm of reasoning entirely, but we'll get to that in a minute. What I do think is promising with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is that is the addition of the Indoraptor. I think that that's a good step to take, but I do think that it's the only logical step to take with the Jurassic World section of the franchise. Because Jurassic World, or at least the first movie, was based entirely on the thought process of, oh, hey, what if InGen made a hybrid dinosaur? And then they could do that with, hey, what if they made a hybrid of a hybrid? But after that, like, where are you gonna go? You can't make a hybrid of a hybrid of a hybrid. That's just like bullshitting. Like, don't don't do that. Don't do that. Please, let this be the last hybrid dinosaur in the Jurassic franchise. Please. I mean, the idea of a hybrid dinosaur is actually pretty cool. Though, I'm gonna be honest, the Indominus Rex, now that I look at it, I have a poster on my wall, by the way. I have a Jurassic World movie poster on my wall, and it has, like, all the size comparisons with the Indominus, the T-Rex, the Panosaurus, etc. And the Indominus Rex just looks derpy. I'm not gonna lie. The teeth, like, okay, this could be me just being a nitpicky, prehistory nutcase, but the teeth don't work. Like, the teeth, a good chunk of the teeth, unlike the T-Rex, are very crooked, and they poke out more, and they don't connect. Like, how is that dinosaur supposed to, like, puncture an artery? Like, how? Like, I understand that the bite force might be stronger than the T-Rex, but you gotta understand, the teeth are part of that bite force. The teeth are what do the damage when a carnivore bites. And with the Indominus, the teeth, they just don't work. They make no sense. I know a lot of people have gone on about this, but, like, just the teeth make no sense. The teeth make no sense. The head kind of makes sense. And yeah, the size, it's a hybrid. Some hybrids of some species, like ligers, are larger than their birth parents. But I have to wonder. I have to wonder. How is it that when Indoraptor was made, how is it just slightly bigger than a Velociraptor? Because, for those of you who don't know, in the Jurassic World canon, Indominus Rex is made from the DNA of a T-Rex, a raptor, a Therizinosaurus, and a Giganotosaurus. And those who don't know, Giganotosaurus, before Spinosaurus was ever discovered, Giganotosaurus was considered the largest theropod dinosaur. But then Spinosaurus was like, oh no, fuck you, bitch, I'm bigger. Rawr, look at me. But anyway, so yeah, you would think because of the Giganotosaurus DNA that Indoraptor would have been larger. I mean, it could be that it's smaller or about the same, or just slightly bigger than Velociraptor because they added extra raptor DNA to the mix to make it a raptor. But at the same time, it's Giganotosaurus, for fuck's sake. Those things can get fucking huge. But anyway, um, actually, fun fact: because of the way the teeth are, yes, I'm going back to the teeth. Because of how weird and janky the teeth were, I honestly thought that there was some Spinosaurus DNA in the Indominus. But then the movie was like, it's part raptor. It can communicate with the raptors. I'm just like, but the teeth. The teeth and the lack of a toe claw. The lack of that sickle-shaped claw on the feet. Like, that, I'm just like, why? Why doesn't it have more raptor-like features? Like, it could have been, like, a T-Rex with, like, raptor claws and raptor intelligence, and it would have been great. But no, they decided to, like, make it a hodgepodge of things that make zero sense. And they left out all the creatures that could have made sense. Like, they don't explicitly mention the rest of the DNA composition in the movie, but it is confirmed that Indominus has Giganotosaurus and Therizinosaurus in it, as well as Cuttlefish, which somehow gives it the ability to uncannily camouflage into its surroundings. But nah, that's a whole nother beast to tackle. But I am in no mood to tackle said beast at the moment. But let's tackle another beast and talk about Jurassic Park 3. This fucking movie. This movie. I'm one of those people that is like, I don't want to say offended or triggered by the existence of this movie. But oh my god, it is something. It is painfully dumb, but mercifully short. And I'm gonna be honest. I hate that fight scene between the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus. I hate that fight. I'm firmly on Team Rexy. I think Rexy should have kicked that bitch's ass. Because Rexy is the queen, and Rexy will always be the queen. But anyway, the long and short of it is, I mean, I shouldn't have expected scientific accuracy. I shouldn't have expected any sort of scientific accuracy with the third movie of a franchise that has shaky scientific accuracy at best. So, yeah. For those who don't know, a T-Rex's bite force was enough to crush bone. It was enough to snap the neck. It was enough to just shatter bones. And from what we've seen of a Spinosaurus skeleton, their bones, or at least some of their bones, are very thin and very frail and easily breakable. So, had the T-Rex, had Rexy gotten a hold of that Spinosaurus's neck, it would have just snapped it. And see, Jurassic Park 3 depicts Spinosaurus as a big, lumbering mass of muscle that could easily rip a fucking building in half. Like, no, that's not the way it was. I mean, I understand that there's a theory going around. I should have said this before. There's a theory going around that Spinosaurus is actually InGen's first hybrid. Like, it's not pure Spinosaurus, because if it was pure Spinosaurus, the legs would be shorter, the posture would be more hunched over, almost like it would be walking on its knuckles, like a gorilla. Because in real life, Spinosaurus was more of an aquatic predator than a terrestrial predator. It was more of a predator in the water, like an alligator or a crocodile, than it was a land predator. And it was mostly because of its hunched over posture and short, stubby hind legs. So, had the Spinosaurus not been an InGen hybrid, had it been a pure Spinosaurus, it would have lost that fight. It would have no doubt lost that fight. And just thinking about it, just thinking about that fight, just it pokes at that nerve, you know, the nerve that pisses you off the more it's poked at. But anyway, God, I should have saved the Jurassic Park section of this ramble for a Jurassic World evolution playthrough or whatever, because damn, I'm playing The Witcher in the background, and I should have waited to do that Jurassic tangent. But anyway, God. I've been playing Jurassic World Alive on and off, and so far it's pretty decent. Granted, because of my physical disability, I can't really go for walks anywhere to try to find these dinosaurs. But most of the time, when I wake up in the morning or when I check every 2, 3, maybe 4 hours, a dinosaur does spawn in my general vicinity, and I can tap on it and get some DNA. And funny thing, let's see if I can open up the app. Here's a funny thing. When I woke up, when I got up and checked Jurassic World Alive, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, there was a hybrid across the street. I had a hybrid across the street, and I didn't get very much DNA because, you know, the game kind of is like, oh, you're too far away, you can only do this for so long, yada yada yada. And with the limited amount of time I had, I managed to get some DNA. Let me see where. Where did it go? I know I have the DNA. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Wait, was that it? No, that couldn't have been it. Or maybe I had two. Wait a minute. Let me. Come on, phone. There we go. Ah, yes. The hybrid in question that I found was Postmetrodon, which is, I think, a hybrid of Postosuchus and Dimetrodon. So, I found that across the fucking street. I was too far away to get a decent amount of DNA, and I need 150 to officially make the dinosaur. And right now, I don't even have a Dimetrodon. I don't have a Dimetrodon or a Pastasuchus. I don't. But anyway, enough of the nerd jargon. I've gone on long enough. Holy shit, 25 minutes. Damn. Okay. So, okay. So that about does it for this episode then. If you liked this episode, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you feel generous, and as always, this has been AccursedTigress, and I will see you in the next round. Peace.